Yudhu Jambadi, Sanje Shindu Nite, Yagunanda, Don Guru Jana Mandala Pangyanda.
Masinja Tamaji Jetan Zobe Sanji Kubun Tobaja, the Sheta Tamishu Namata Basenyambe, Kolon Janju Seruchi Lever Sedam Nesambara Show.
So the first thing that we have to do is to set the proper motivation, the motivation of bodhicitta, and to think that one is taking these teachings as a means to attain state of enlightenment of Buddhahood in order to help all sentient beings.
Senje Chuitilla, Chachin Siadri, Tamarazu Chachin, Zochin Skeda Chikache, Shivuji Imbasam, Koran the Shivure, Chachin Zochin Singing, Zocheni, Yazeri, Chachin, Zochin Gigavan Zandavari. Malu Chachin.
And the subject which is being explained now is the mahamudra, the great seal, and also it is the great dzogchen, the accomplishment, and this is something very profound subject. And even the great accomplishment is even higher, and mahamudra is something like the half of a stage of the great accomplishment.
Chaja Chimbu Sia, the Kosamambu Yoredi, Tande Tony Ranakujiche. Sanga Giko Chashin Chen, Tumanya Tanyandu Layanku, Eugene Hiji de Ochimbu, Usei Chachi Chimbus, they don't son usually, dear Lamela Mado Yomari. Tene Kasin Shesar, Suzy Shayor, Sebushi Shet to Amidu. Homa Tobagini Chovia.
So this mahamudra, the subject of mahamudra, could have many different meanings, and so it is related with the shunyata, the emptiness, and with respect to tantra, then this term mahamudra is used with respect to the great bliss of the clear light of great bliss, and that subject can only be explained to those who are initiated, those who have received empowerment, and one is not entitled without initiation to receive any teachings of the mahamudra on the tantric level. So actually just to interpret mahamudra on the level of emptiness alone will not be sufficient, since mahamudra is closely connected with the sunju, or with the yogananda, the unity of the state of enlightenment.
Chedang sunju de la kutu sunju, denin sunju, dedun sunju, pangba sunju, toba sunju, sa sunju mamuyore.
So actually, when we speak of the of unity, then we can speak of the unity of the body and mind, and also that we can speak of the unity of the quality of abandonment, and as well as the realizations. So many of these different things are then stand in unity with one another. So that is how we refer to the subject as unity. So we with respect to mahamudra in terms of sutra, then we have in Tibet many different systems, many different schools which propound this profound subject of mahamudra. And from the side of the teaching, it is perfect, fully qualified teaching. But then from the side of the practitioners, then sometimes there happen to be certain discrimination, saying that my teachings that are good and yours not bad, yours is sort of bad. So this sort of discriminations often turn up from the side of the practitioners.
얘네 미 다동 해마라만 해마츠 미 제부다 왜 강 지지르부다니 내지 지주를 스타비오리.
So the great masters of the past then have offered often very sort of high-sounding the names for the subject mahamudra, such as like the one that produces the simultaneous stage and so forth.
내지 지주를 주루 마덴스야 대관신 검부하게 미스요리. 주주지 멜라리베 저거 코로리. 멜라리베 송야 쓰는 가족들이 지고 가상의 농실살이 임바 레디네 검부하게 수요로 챘네 제로 동네 아니 소마초라 군데 티베고디베 사제로 마르치 동 미즈부지 다지 베테네고 군디 치바나 임바르바.
So this profound subject had been given many different names, and such was the one that Rinpoche explained last time. That when this was transmitted through Milarepa, then to his disciple Tapu Rinpoche or the Gambo, then this subject was given the name such the 6 doctrines, and with 5 qualities, and such are the names being given to this subject. And so it was sort of then given in a very elaborate form with many different divisions and branches and so forth.
Keru chumbu nenjoge son ne jobatela ane gauma de chu sunre gondro ngoji drebu sunjawari tanda yani la ri goju chason chire.
So then another transmission of the same subject mahamudra through another master called Chumban Nanjo, then this time it has another name, sort of such as like Kauma, that is, Kau is like an amulet, and something as a very powerful means of protection. And this time then it was transmitted in 3 different stages. The first one is the preliminary, and the actual stage, and then the conclusion or the result. And so the transmission through this great master, the Chumban Nanjo, then had its own name. This tradition has its own name in Tibet as Shangbakaju. So it's a particular tradition developed at the time of Chumbu master, the Chumban Nanjo. So when it was transmitted through 7 precious masters of that line, that lineage, then later that the teaching itself was still sort of more elaborated by adding to that 6 doctrines of Dakini Niguma.
Keru chumbu danjuke ngondu ngoji drebu sungu ngoji te nengu chudu rang yimanda dowa nengu ma senga ishi kadoma nengu ma de pension narube kunje chire kadoma chire kongu sunjabe chu naga chuyo.
So at the time of this time the actual teaching of the Mahamudra, there are 3 stages: one the preliminary, and an actual practice, and then the conclusion. And the actual stage, you find the 6 yogas or the 6 doctrines of Dakini Niguma being added to that. And Dakini Niguma was a relative of the great Master Narupa. So these are the information that one actually should know precisely, and it does not have any separate subject which is not explained with respect to Lamrim, the graduate path enlightenment. So the content of those are exactly the same.
Jiden gumbu soya la ane ngaden dire lamrin be changyo mara ngaja lamrin nan su ru jaw chi lamrin nan su ru inira ta genje jin korang gengre ba gema.
So in the Kagyu tradition of Tibetan Buddhism that there were many different doctrines being transmitted, such are the four great ones and four smaller ones. And then through such great masters like the Jiten Gombo of the Dung, the Kagyu division, and there they explain the whole doctrine in 5 different parts. And we find the content of those teachings are very much similar, like the ones that we find in the Lamrim, the graduate path to enlightenment. So these 5 doctrines transmitted through that lineage of the Kagyu, Dung Kagyu. The first one was the generation of bodhicitta is the first one, and the second one is the generation stage of the deity. The meditation of the generation stage of the deity is the second. And the third one is the practice of guru devotion. And the fourth one is called as a method to eradicate the disturbing conceptions. So this is closely connected with the meditation on emptiness. And then the next one is the accumulation of merit and wisdom. And then the last one is after that one is going to accumulate a lot of merit, then there's the need to practice the dedication of whatever has been accumulated. So thus you find that what one finds within those 5 different divisions are all to be found in the Lamrim and the graduate path to enlightenment. And even so that in the Lamrim there's even more subjects to be explained than what one finds in terms of these 5 different doctrines. So actually there are the 8 great commentaries that could be given on the subject of the doctrine, and the content of that is not anything else from the Lamrim, the graduate path to enlightenment. And then there are 6 other integrations, the practice of 6 integrations.
Lama kusung chung uru sanje sataguwa shinye tensu tama trishin jegi ji tere. Tade lu su jegi ina runga zamba jerigi dangari kajuri tiye.
And what we find in that great 8 explanations on the teaching, and the first one was to consider one's guru as the embodiment of the 3 bodies of the Buddha. And so that was taught by great master such as the Tsangpa Jere, one of the great Kagyu masters.
And
then also the second explanation given on the subject with respect to great love and compassion, and as well as the boundless joy. And then the next one is the teachings given on the subject of cause and effect, and as well as the Tibetan rising. And then the next one is the subject exclusively on the practice of guru devotion. And then this practice of guru devotion is the one that was taught originally by the disciple of Milarepa, the Tapu Kaji Tapu Haji. And then the method to achieve the simultaneous realization is the one that was taught, that was already explained before, the Kauma, that great secret teaching, Kauma. And then another one is the teachings on the 6 yogas of Naropa.
Oh yeah. That chuje wonyon se de jiden chuje pangba. Sende nang ge shenba do ba. Jiden cheba nye da ma nye da de da me de nye da me nya. De me chi jen jiden chuje ba da ge yu me ba wonyon ze sende le shenba lo be kale ne khawre chu ne da mo da re.
And then the next one is to overcome the 8 worldly principles, which are closely connected with this lifetime, such as to overcome the overemphasis on this life.
And then the Yordan Konga, Sanju Dogunji Chesiade, Sawe Jobasa, Sanga Jobachi Imore, Zoringo Gordichi, Do Cover, Ting a Shingmedo.
And then another one is a conduct of the Tantra, secret tantric practice. And it's one of the things that this point is closely connected with the practice of the completion stage. So the next one is the practice of 6 integrations. So this include the ones that you find in the mental training, where one is being taught the methods to transform all the unfavorable circumstances into one's practice, such as like the disturbed conceptions, illness, sufferings, and delusions, all these different types. Whatever that one experiences could be transformed into favorable circumstances to help one's practice.
So the next one is there's an explanation on 4 syllables, and so these are syllables a, ma, na, se. So this means that one has to shut off all the conceptions, thoughts that keep arising one's state of mind. And it doesn't mean that one should put everything off, but rather that one should put off all the disturbing conceptions which keep arising one's state of mind, and rather that one should try to develop the power of the meditative stabilization, the collectedness, the samadhi. But then sometimes that this point is a little bit sort of misinterpreted, and it seems that somehow some of the views or the tenets of the Chinese master Hashang has crept into this point. So his Holiness said these days that this point in which that one is to remain in total blank state of mind without letting anything arise in one's mind, but this sort of thing will not substitute any kind of meditation. This cannot be used as a meditation. His Holiness thinks that it is impossible that one can in this way, in total blank state of mind,
remaining like earth and like stone and without life. And if one is able to do like that, then one will not be able to get the means to survive, like the food and the clothing and so forth. It will not be possible. And even even there is something, there's no possibility to remain in that state of mind. In that one is total, the mind is totally the blank, because that one has to have at least the motivation, at least to remain in this state. So the generation of a motivation is already something that arises in one state of mind.
Kedu insan kedu ke dali chang sung yung du dirwa yela mi jeba de saje ji she yung re sim ji ji za je bas yela mi je ma re sang lu dong ya che de sim ji za ze je re sim ji za je ba dong bu ni ba sim ji ya sa den ba song ba sim ji ko sa je ba ji ba sim ji lam chi ri je ne 지체는 다다 공주 공리 무세 요이면라도 다들의 지역 다도 그게 시험고도 다들의 인자 민자제 민자제 표지 개발 속에 개매 주신 속에 민무다 다요리 치수 미를 추는 다다 또 추니 인제 매제로 먹차요리디 다 거르체네 맞아놓고 자술럽노 시레 자술럽발로 요네 자술 요르야 요마레 다다 되네 대요리 다들의 인자 다 건강한서 들이시 먹어지 당연히 니 자신이 노력을 자제 침부사 동년 무죄제 사대라 다토는 공부출로도 공토는 따와출로니 예배 공토는 따와출로 대제와 다른데라.
So it only says that that the interpretations of these four syllables, that what he already had spoken of, then there came to be many different interpretations, that some are quite to some extent greatly misinterpreted, and then that causes certain confusions. And so now the mahamudra expanding with respect to the sutra, then there are two possible ways. One is to search the meditation from the point of view of the meditation. Another one is to seek the view from the base of meditation. So now here, what will be explained is to seek a proper view through a proper meditative methods. That is the one will be explained.
다 공토는 따와서도 공허를 공티고 공문이 신의 도구리 신의 도소는 심 진구가 맞죠바 땡게서 땡부 대바고도 심 세리기 차대가 레지 내기도 따네 대 라지지 모두가 쩌바체 쩌바 들라데네 신의기 공원이 쩌바체 심매요 공원이 쩌바체네 쩌도 지정비 땡게서 도용도 라동 도용거리 어다 시라 손지 룰루 되래 심무드스네 누구 심무드루 되래.
So the way to seek this kind of view through meditation is through achieving first the calm abiding of the mind, and in such a way that one keeps the mind totally free from different agitations, such as like the excitement and the lethargy, and so there are many disturbing mental agitations. So one sort of put completely all of this disturbing conception aside, and then developing a power of luminosity and knowing of the mind, and then this will be used to investigate closely, and this will then finally induce, after achieving the calm abiding of the mind, one achieves the special insight, and that is not anything else than just to introduce one's mind to the emptiness.
단데라 먼저 잡은로 동 예자 동샤당 대외 자차 라멘nenjo 어디제 집에서 지지고 가신 가루게 대 내려와 자지침을에 모두디 손도와 놀로게 자지침을에 대송요 제가 먼저 사중 맞제나 뭐 돈이 또 가고 있는 사중도 다 다리 쇼무고지.
So for any way that whatever type of meditation that one follows, either with respect to the sutra or tantra, there's always the need to prepare oneself for this meditation by means of taking refuge in the three jewels, and then also doing the accumulation of merit and purification by reciting the long mantra of Vajrasattva, and also through the practice of Guru Yoga, that one has to prepare for this type of meditation.
Sa jung seade peveke re sa sidu chosa jung sidu diba jung re ta chosa wa the diba jung ni na mandu ya gi yo che yo mare.
So actually all the virtues that we accumulate are included in two different activities. The one is to accumulate, and that is the accumulate all the positive imprints and the positive energies, and the purification refers to the unwholesome imprint, unwholesome energies that one has accumulated. So all the virtuous activities then can be sort of included in these two different acts.
Da shine gombe to go de ngwaji gombe go de sim me ba le be zai ji ne ne ba ji go yo yin zang me ba de la sim de de ne sin la sai cha ge ngar ji go
So when we sort of engage in this kind of a meditation to achieve calm abiding of the mind, then we need the one-pointed fixation of the mind on object, and in such a way that we have full clarity with intensity of the mind being fixed on object.
Number me do ba da ni chang go ye la ni ha jun se da ni ngar ji che su na sim tin ro ja ge ya go ba ji ngo yo ya sin se bo ra ma ju ba ji ji yin ba la ngar ra bu de sha su ni ma be pong ma ren ro na ni ji wa ji yo cha ji go ni ge me cho ba ji go.
So that one's mind while being in this meditation should have at least two qualities. The first one is to have intensity of clarity, of being able to remain fixed on object, and then secondly that one's mind is not disturbed by any kind of agitations, in a sense that one doesn't develop the disturbing agitations like the lethargy and excitement. So one has to find that the type of mind which will be fixed on object have to have many different qualities. The first one is that it must have full clarity of the object and with intensity, and then the over intensity of the mind, the over sort of exertion of the mind on object also then could produce certain agitations. So the example is kind of a string. If you roll it very hard, then as soon as that you let it loose, then instantly it forms different knots, and so that's not proper. But if you keep it too loose, then it's not hard enough. So you have to be you have tried to find a way to remain in the middle.
Tia train travel to Marshall Chimato, she is Goyo. Delay drink in the Gobaji on the Samba Tele. That the name I learned Shana Chioji was Samba Tele Trinity. Oda Triller remove you on show Sungyo.
So when you meditate to achieve calm abiding of the mind, you have to use the mindfulness. But if you put overemphasis on the mindfulness to use it sort of in excessive way, then it is possible that it may induce excitement of the mind. So that is again a disturbed conception. And if you don't use it enough of this mindfulness, then it is possible it may produce the mental sinking or the mental lethargy.
Tawana Gobachi the Karaki Jangi Chore. Chimachi the Karaki Jangi Chore, Jurup the Karesana, Gobachi the Chabe Chimber. Chimachi the Simnyam Mavechir. Pena Susubeg Chabachi the Session which is Sanin Dover, Temuchitanin Dover, Golo Yabukonin Dover, Tendek in Dover Jonsona, Simti Degamore, Gobachin Copadigri. Chabechi. Young Parujila sim do the Tangal to Takaba simple story do, and the Gonja, and the Ching in the Zania Trumbu Yungumare. They sim Shumbe Chang.
So the one has to find out the possible causes of these disturbing agitations, such as like excitement, and the excitement arises with respect to the desire. It is produced by attachment and desire towards certain possible objects, like the food, and then certain wonderful things to see and nice dresses. These sort of things could very easily induce mental excitement, and then the mental sinking could be induced by having one's mind sort of lowered, and in this way that one has to avoid arising these different agitations.
Gombe Godi Mete Gorin of Jitan Yugudona, Lamsa Dago Trojani. Salo Yamaji Quarta Koma Juaja Zavemi Battle So Lani, Gornish Trembe Tabai, Sinja Lonyo Rodati, Garsa Nirva Language so Kawa Tembuchilata, the Jaju on to go the Dugurva, the person. Today is a single magic dance on so good. Me but the dog, me what the god no shitty, single me but so dog or this one. They now do Jikonji baby juice, Namdo Jiwata, Namdo Toba, Namotoba Kandaji Juo in the Tilamson, Lamson, Dagani Chess, and Tomaju and seemed to me by the Lamberty, and I chicked it.
So the one is that as soon as that certain conceptions would arise which disturbs one's meditation, then instantly one should be able to bring the mind back to the object. And an example is an elephant for that.
Regur Kenshin Tosia Petty. Regur Kensia the Gama Jagana Gikesha Imunda, Dakenta Regur Kens, Dajakenta, Regibe, second Suina, Karichunjo Lamsa Regia Jamato and the Hello Chigidena, me sweet teacher, John Raviol, Karikatu Jago. There is another Chichi Bebe Tandeti Pere. Yanan did it. Oh, not all consume Deni, and Yenria Chiori. Tijanum, Chedazini Pui, Jaro, Nichona Guni Lion, Tirimbo Shen said. When the Truchimbo Nanrudu, Jaro, Chakatano Chiuna, to me so de Jaro. Zinginalro, that just human war to the Rizani Risayo Marwa, so called Namdas Chundri de Bamato, the net less on the Chadilashana, Copin Kachigri. Pin the Korakashi, Tsunala washing Yomari. Pago Sukok, Bossas in Corona Ponamato, Bossazani Yomari. Petiri.
So there are many different examples being used in this connection. That one is the two different type of people that who put on fight. One is using the arrow, another one is using a long sword. And the one who has the sword then must be very skillful to use his sword at the right time. Otherwise, that the arrow might sort of would come to his body and then will be killed. So he should be able to be able to cut off all the arrows which will keep coming to his body. And likewise, that one has got to be skillful to know instantly by the power of the mindfulness all these disturbing conceptions which keep arising one state of mind. And other example is that when you take a journey by a boat on the great ocean, then you have to take certain birds with, such like the kata or the raven, and so all of a sudden, if you let it loose, then he will fly away from the boat. But finding no place to land, so finally he will return to the boat. So that is another example.
Take a day, I was in a single me by the shad, Tembaturi, on Gondega Gala, single Sujin, Metagorici, Telechuna, Tremba the condition to Dakota, Tremba the Kajin, co condition to Dana, Kupava, Terra, and the Ladu, Lusayama Gola, Ladu Sons of me by the Juyung. Tirechano, not of all the dead and ones and not of Rael and Roy in Sumyor. So,
as soon as that you find out the nature of that thing which keeps arising in your mind, then instantly one will be able to bring back the mind again to fix it, to get it fixed on object.
Ta kantari imbe shene duga mi pa de la kaba mi gore sen ka zen nganzu sanje yu ko chi le mi ne du ji sha imba de che dang ara su na ba sanje bi shene du dang de re je dang sanje ge so na shene ge mi ba de la chebe mi ba kebe mi ba je ba nam jung ge mi ba nyomu nam jung ge mi ba sa ru mi ba ma bu so yo re ta singu chebe ko la 미바 드즈마 숨마체 심라 미바티 심우트 샤자 심라 미베 시네루루 드 송구요리 단다데 체야마 시네루로 chen 지버리 심라 미바스.
So the possible objects which could be used for this meditation is like Rinpoche told before. One can use a little image of Buddha as an object for this meditation. And then there are many possible methods connected with this meditation for achieving the mind. And then here one specific thing is that to use one's own mind as the object for this meditation to achieve the karma binding.
Miba sim de kanero sil mi goresena sim dile mi se ali sim ji azon mi ya ke yamare tama lama lamene jo lama rang chiol gu lama suata lama yene tre kari tre deba shu ta bu gu mini chima chuba luji babu duma chenchi ge deba gu ni luji babu yo chenchi de magu ta bu gu ni ni gu ribe ding suata ni dong shu ta bu suata yön rimu ta ta be thala ana lama rang chiol ma ral tim chenchi la basam lama da rang o chi do so nya ba wal de ne rang ho de bu le ro ga la ani ta ne go da ta tu la ngal to da ni ri chi ro che na sa bi ro ya ma je ni ri ji le mi yo ma do ni ri ji che me so do ba ya ma je ba ri do ga ya ma je ba che che da pu gu be de wa le ri be ro ya ma je do me yu do be men de ba yu do ba ya ma je ri do ni ja ma che ba che ri do ga na do be che ju ga ya ma je ba che ngan de ji je me chu mo be mo me so da nu an jo ka ya me ba ti ma do chung se nyam ri ja so ri che da de de ge sa lu sa ma do che ko la ga ri che ko la sim ga ri che ni de be ji ma chu chen ju ni ri ji le mi wa sa ba re wa da to ba ka ya ma je da de sim de ga ri ji yo da me de be de la be na ju re mu gu ne ta je me ba sim ko ra be sing ge mo sa la de ne mi ne to se nyam ri ju nyamar joba gala sanju tenju meba jendu be sundu ni lo ba do yela jeba thamje ka ba do tende chi ju yomar tende chena ane pengyo yomar sem kora la mine nyamar joba ko de yo meba ne ba chi go yo so ta ani dombo la men ne jo de sandu ya which to la ma ran le tip ya.
So here before you start this meditation to achieve karma abiding of the mind, you have to practice the Guru Yoga, and by generating proper devotion and faith, and And then at the same time that one should remember the great kindness of the Guru, and to such a point that that one is completely sort of moved by the great kindness of the Master, in such a way that one sort of then sheds tear, that one's the hair of the body completely sort of raises up, and to such a point that one should try to remember the kindness and so forth. And then finally, at the end of the practice of Guru Yoga, the Guru then will be absorbed into one's body, and in such that you receive the complete blessing, and one's nature is united, integrated with that of the Guru, and then in that atmosphere you remain, shutting off all the conceptions, that's like the doing some expectations or to achieve something through this practice. All of these ideas should be abandoned, and remaining in that state as long as possible. So at that point, that the emphasis is on mindfulness, the type of mindfulness that you have to maintain in that state. So as soon as that mindfulness becomes weaker in your meditation, then it induces the different agitations will arise in your state of mind. And then at the same time, that you should use a part of your own mind, which is the introspection, which sort of then carefully watches the whole action, the activity of the meditation, whether it is sort of done getting on smoothly or not. A part of your mind then should keep on watching your own mind. So the thing is that when you have the clarity and as well as the intensity of the mind being fixed on object, and have proper fully capable mindfulness, and then at that point the use of the introspection should be avoided, because if you go on using that, then it could induce disturbing conceptions. But at the same time, that when something negative arises, something disturbing conception arises in the mind, then it should instantly be recognized by this introspection.
Lambuche simda lambuche ta tsongare. Lambuche tu yun ku shu ni shu yore. Miza madriza deru chigma da ko lo ruwa. Te iza ko tasa tibe dogi karbu tembuchi le yabuchi tashi gore. Sinje lambu lo ruwa mibe kawa tembu las. Miba de tembu chi chen miba de le da gore ta tasati.
So according to the text called the Essence of the Madhyamika, the Middle Way, it says that one's mind being compared to an elephant, and the elephant is something very wild, a very wild animal, and if it is not tamed, so then it should be tied to a very like a stone pillar, and the action of tying to a stone pillar is the mindfulness which will be used to tie one's mind.
타바 통보시 맨이 체르고와 타바가 소데 젬바들 젬바가 토리 젬베 미바데 마지베 젬바지기 다샤고리.
And but when you want to bind the elephant to the stone pillar, then you have to use a very powerful rope, and the rope here stands for the mindfulness.
Young Trembati Yamro, the Chivachi, the Trembati, Tos, given Narchani, Chivachi, Trembati, Tolia, Sim Totani, Gobachi or Chona, she didn't take a river, she had a launch into a judge on somebody.
And so when this mindfulness then becomes weaker, then it is possible that one might develop this mental thinking, and this should be instantly recognized by the use of this mental introspection. And if also likewise the mental excitement arises, it should also be recognized instantly by the introspection. So the use of the introspection is like an iron hook, which will be used to bind, to tie the elephant.
That's Shinyagon go down there. The Tembe Jun Korachune, Tembo Koraya, Shinyagon Rugo had the things in Mulay, Tembe Jun to Zocher. She ain't the younger Andu Menduko, Takin is a Poruchi, she Shibu Mugusa Legri.
And so you have seen that the main thing that one needs to use in this meditation to achieve calm abiding of the mind is mindfulness, that one has to maintain powerful mindfulness all the time. But the use of the introspection is necessary at the beginning stage, but sometimes then there will be a stage when it is no longer necessary to maintain the introspection.
Tam Tembe Tori Zonebe Yabuchi Jumba Gudu and same doors never gonna sing Sedi the Seru Serusin, me by the Sebu Yuri. Yamparu Chilla me by the Sebu Yonamime, take on the Yae, Chingo loss of Namdo Chin Wuduna, and the Trenshiti, Shijin Rigo. Temba the Awajibe Zonton, Shijin Tembe Drevu Yinza, Temba Tembo Chiona, Co. Namdo Chiwata, Shijin Rigan, Shijin Chin. Shijin Ri Sona and the Sizire, Yana Namdo Muhula Tane. Yana Namdo Chiwata, Simtil Chimaju, which is so good in Chembakora, Miba Koranlisha, Regur King Tavanashi. Yana Nado Muhula Tane. Tenshiga Namdo Muhudi Kanation, the Nesu Kanation, the Sitze, Bekola Table, Kunesu the Yeduri. 3 years from the Zavit Temple, Mibal Temple, Juyu. Regur Kenta. Jaros in the poor that Penny book under the Chine, or that tendency, young Jungor, Jonah, and John the Paring, and then Chingogum, the Machuabachi, Tiji the negative would. Tiji the never you do, the Shijin Charashita Chizu, so you live it today, so she is Jaguar. So, in this way, that one has to keep using the mindfulness. And finally, then the period of time of abiding one's mind sort of remaining fixed on object then becomes longer. So this period will be prolonged. And then at the same time, there are these different factors such as the clarity and as well as the luminosity of the object. But then, if in case that certain agitation should arise, like the mental sinking and excitement, then should instantly be recognized by alertness, mental alertness. And the mental alertness is actually a result of the mindfulness which has been used. And then in this way that one's mind will be fixed again on object. And then gradually this will induce the stage of the one-pointed fixation. So you lose a little toyati. The Karcheni chess on the Shabamari. Sim number Jabe, Moni, Trinchakbe, Bezuk, Samaravadima, To Shirtoni, Loyati, Nyamjak on the lure. Sim Tabala Jumbe, Nyaya Korem on the lure. So the to loosen sort of that when the use of the mental alertness is no longer necessary, to watch out whether these agitations are arising or not doesn't mean that one completely sort of arising out of one's meditation. One remains in the meditation, in the meditative equipoise, but the overuse of the mental factors such as like alertness and so forth then will be loosened.
No.
콩 뭐지 정부제 최최에 야배 정부기 주어 정부 멤버 소 시시로 지스기요.
So actually that one one remains properly fixed on object of the meditational object, but then the overexertion is no longer necessary.
마지게 숨을 셀지 딘라 르지르 심지 조사 되나다 르르르데 데레 르르라 공르르스 르르야데 진국에 바로 마주에 심 왜냐조게 그래서 되는 르르버리 르쇼소 다 다문이 르지요 말에.
So here this great Masidi Machi Lavdin, she said that when one's meditation is no longer disturbed by the mental thinking and the mental excitement, then this overexertion should be avoided.
Transition be sunde jurbu jimbe sinye learn to tsume so. Jurbu jin sa de timbu chen be jurbu ko ba jurbu te de ba ru sigirwa tel pa learn to gre sim be to tsume so. Kong jin la le cha ba shi che ba yin. De ge ze le jin sha ne zhu go ba ji yong du sang ge le nu ne te le le. Ta de ne le sha ne qin wa qin ru du sa te le qin ba she.
So actually one has to be very skillful to watch out that when one sort of too much over heightens one's mind, then it could induce excitement, but if one keeps it too loose, then again it could induce mental sinking. So therefore one has to find a middle way.
Oda de la tena sin nyamar juba ni khabu re sumar dag sin tu be ni chi shi jas an dire ni khabu re da ga ge be tanda meli go di jan ka yu mo sumar.
So even in this connection, the great master Chandra Kwame said that overexertion and over sort of giving effort then will produce excitement that is already in agitation. And then too much sort of loosening one's mindfulness then likewise will produce the mental sinking, and so therefore then it's difficult to develop this stabilization of the mind. So then why not just put it aside?
Mango bache namdo de garji gundu tane namdo de kawan rudu garji gundu be kan jo de mu sember che ni namdo de ngo de gande chi no zai je ko mi da be da ji de de ni ne ko da de se de mi ye wa ko la ru yo do de je yang na namdo de to zi che ne ji mo da ga da de ji ngo du sa la shi ji ri ba da ko ba yu ne zhen be sen se xiang ga che do ko ni de da namdo bang lu.
So when a conception arises in one's mind which disturbs the meditation, then the first thing that you might do is to find out that what this conception is actually doing, what kind of aims, what it is doing, and just to find out the very nature of that conception. Then finally you will not be able to find the nature of that conception which keeps arising. So in this way that it completely vanishes, disappears from your state of mind. So that is one way of overcoming this conception. Another one is that instantly recognizing that it is arising, and then through using the mental alertness that one removes by developing the clarity of the object.
Simti de ru ma je wa che de ban chi jen da de ba chi ching ru ya zhe de da zhe wa yin ba xi wo la sang lo kho ren zhe bu ani be do che xin bu san de yu ba zhe bu de le chu na de le chu si gri de ma zhu gong le sin de yu ya ge zu da ji ya da chen bu ji be me ba to ye ji ge sin de zu bu ma de ba che da zu yu ya na ba che ju de ge ba ri chu ni bu de ji gua rang ma ri.
So when you are engaged in the meditation, then it is possible that one might have certain disturbing conceptions, such like going to some other places, or to do something else, or to get some nice foods or like that, and that is a type of scattering of the mind. And then on the other hand, there's this excitement. So these two are slightly different. So His Holiness said that when the mental thinking arises, then you remain actually fixed on the object, but then it seems that it has lost a certain power of the fixation, and so it is to some extent sort of being lowered. And at that point, then that one has developed this mental thinking. But when it becomes even more coarser, then it induces the dullness, mental dullness. And then when it becomes even very grosser, then there's this fogginess of the mind. But then sometimes there's another kind of mental thinking, which is the subtle mental thinking. But through subtle mental thinking, that one can accumulate certain virtues. So His Holiness says that at the time of Jirmuche, then there has been many great meditators of Tibetan meditators that who have mistaken this subtle mental thinking for proper meditation, because that when you have these, you could remain in meditation for many days.
Rebe dewa shindu jas, sinji jasa trusu. Trugu namu, trenda trewe nyinjin jas, nima treme be kode nima de sebu, be trombu, lele, yabuji shabi yordan, singi jataji, miba le sebu, trenda trewe nima nangji gu song. Tew nima de be cho de se shin dangwa. Dangwa neba na sinji rangshin de we sewa de la, tsenzen ji nado ge be, nado da jingu ge ma jo ba che be, ma ji ba chi.
So then after when one has sort of proceeded in this way, then finally the mental alertness then watches out from far distance whether something disturbing conceptions are arising or not within one's state of mind. So at that point, there are 6 methods that one can apply in one's meditation, and the first one is like a sun shining without disturbance of the clouds, and that is the sun is shining very warmly and very clearly without any disturbance. Like in one meditation, one's mind is totally free from conceptions and mental excitement and various agitations. So that is the first way of placing one's mind.
Chungchen kala dingshen shaas, tingsang anzu jachung tong nyo ma re. Yaman zawalin jachung yo re. Shang yo re, jachung yo re, tingsang yo ma re. Yine jachung inchi bichi goya mendo, jago yo jachimbo tsu tani rigdwa. Jachimbo na nakali ya pirin dudu, Tama shoba yo ne yadu jing rugu re de, tene shoba yo ben bezu mogo wache, shoba jang ne wasa shi shin rugu re. Rangi ngangin jugu ne bezu shi ki chen rugu yo re. Daga nashi, shoba dawa sa hajang da tsuwa ma jeba nashi, rang shu ji juwa nashi, sim de ya hajang ting zaba tang hajang soya zaba menba, be kong ting la, be se che ngar tang tenba, chen soya chaba, chen shi ji be, chenpa tang shi yen tang men zhewa.
The second way of placing one's mind is compared to an example of Garuda. When a Garuda would fly, or any kind of a big bird would fly in the space, that first they have to move a few times the huge wings they have, and finally they do not need to make an effort. It's sort of then the flying will become spontaneous without any effort necessary. And likewise, that when one is quite developed, then even though that one is using the mindfulness and the mental alertness, but one is able to maintain the clarity and intensity of the mind being fixed on object.
Jasu chimbo da laba jia yung de balab chiyo gu yor kala. Balab chiyo ne jasu kurang yu togu yor ma re. Lab di yor ma do. Daga na yin sim minpa de be jo be kama la na to be chamu chungze ki be chungze yu na yang na to raba chungze jang me yu wa ya gu se. Na to le chara yor wa.
And the third example being used here for placing one's mind on the meditation is like a sheep on a great ocean, and so that will not be damaged or will not be disturbed by the waves of the ocean. So likewise, that one's mind will not be disturbed by even the subtle and the gross conceptions which arise in one's mind.
Buku chunju lakung nala chiye ta chu na be laka remu shi za de chun de ta yun de ta ri chun no le zan da gu ma remu cha ding ding yo ya te rang la ra ba cha ra ba zang la da ne se de te le be mi yin che de gu re da na ji shi ne gong be go la yin ne be yu on bu go ma na shi mi na wa na ji lu gi na shi zu be yu ye do mo da me wo ga de ji sha yong gu yun de la do ju ma che ba che yedo mo la zong e chema yedo mo la ngembe chema to ju ma je ba je cha dong ka ne mi bol yi zi ji du sha ba de sim ge mi bol zi ji du jo ba de ku yo re.
Then the next example being used is like a little child when he goes into the temple, then he will sort of instantly then look around then to find the different colors of the designs that one finds in the temple, and he would never try to find out the correctness of how the designs are being made. He will simply be sort of amazed by the different colorful things he will find in the temple. So likewise, even though that there are the use of the different senses, but he will completely put off the arising of the disturbing factors like attachment, hatred, and so forth. He will completely put off these disturbing conceptions.
Kala jafur jishin shas, jadi nakal ba pirindu din runan ruare, nakal ban ruare, kol ji yo mare.
And then
nakal ji jaya yo marwa.
So the next way to place one's mind on object is like a bird flying in the space. So he will not be able to leave any traces or any footprints being in the space that he was flying.
Rang la tsuwa didu tang yu kar chune ya chadang mung sung kangi ondo ma dang wa nyambar njoba dire Sowa di do ki ji su chadam mo so ma to wa che sen nyamar ju wa de chal na khal phur wal ji me wa na she chadam mo so sowa di do dang yu sung ki ji chadam mo so ja ji yo ma re.
So, so like this bird being not able to leave any imprint or any prints, footprints or any traces in the space, so likewise that whatever feeling arises in one's mind, then such like attachment or anything, it should not leave any imprint in one's state of mind.
Rebe deva shin tu ja se rebe deva gang la rebe si du timbe re. Ta ti sa timbe ma yimba tele la ze ma mu yore ma do timbe pha du se de sha be ko du jambu yo. Ko nyumbu jambu yo. Da na je sim gi be nyamba ju ga gang la be ting tra ba ro tele ma yimba nyamba ju ga se sim cha dang mu su ge on do ma do wa sim ge shi jambu che ne gongu gu yo re su yo.
And then the one next example is a piece of cotton. If you would place a piece of cotton on the table, then it's very smooth and it's very nice and it's very even. So likewise, that one's mind should not be affected by attachment or hate or like these disturbing conceptions.
Tati gung be chenge, ani be gung ne tobar bu kani chagre sen te gung men de bu de la ya. Nyambar ja gung be ku dunya ja ge ngo de la de ne be su jang ma ji ba dang xin se wa. Zu jian gang du ya ma ru ba su ro bu da ka do ro bu da yi zhu ga ya me ke. Dong sang na ha da bu shi sha ju re. Sing le mi ne gung yin zang. Ho de dar jang be nya ja ge ngo de ne be gang ge jang ma ji ba dang xin se wa xian du se wa. Zu jian yu ngo bu gang du ya ma ru ba be dong sang na ha da bu da ra wa de yin su wa. De yin za de la de ne zang ge ji yu nga men ju yang me long dang ba la zu ni sha wa da bu. Shi ge wa jie yang char wa. Ni yin de me ji mo zong de zhe wei nyang char de su da ni ba da da si da di yo re. Ni de ting ge zi che dar dan yang liu sin shen yang ji de we ma shen dan liu sin zi ji ba nian yin su wa re. De we sin zi la nang dong ju ba, jiang dong ju ba, len dong ju ba, xia de ba de ni ya chen de gu ba nyam ju ba re. Gu ba nyang ju gu ba do sin gu yo re. Shen ne gu du. Shen ne ru yo ma re. Ta dire de we sim re. Ta nyang ju ge ko su shen ne de che yong du, nyang ju ko shen ne ru yong du. Gu ba nyang ju ko su yin re. Shen ne ru yong du, ani shen ne de we sim de re de ko le shen ne ru yong du shen jiang ge de nu re. Shen jiang ma ji ba do sen nyam ba shan be sha bu je gu che chu nyam ba shan do de ne sen nyam mar ju ba re de shen ne ma re. Shen ne ru ba la le sin shen jiang ge se mo re. Shen du jiang ba chi to ne ye la che da je shi ja ye je chu ge na ne ye la che ba sta shen jiang ge se yo ne dire ye la che da je shi ja so yo.
So, so when one keeps on maintaining this kind of meditation to achieve calm abiding of the mind, then at one time that one does not have any sense of seeing forms or any colors or any shape, that one has the sense of remaining in the space, an empty space, and then so in this way that one has to proceed on the 9 different stages. And then finally, at the 9th stage, then when one actually achieves the calm abiding of the mind, then one attains the so-called the pliancy, the physical and the mental pliancy of the meditation.
That didn't wrong, Gunjuri, Shenya Goyadi, Shenja Majibata Gunjuri. That the Nibangabo, the J. Temple Julie Chung, or whatever Gundan Tereta. Nibangabo, the J. Tangigoya Dire, Papa Tomek. Nibangabo, the J. going to do. Tell a Ye Jiulu, Do True Yulu, Sene Guyulu. That Sene Gode, the Gune, Moji Majibata, Sanzam Jet, Sene Gujavar. Nibangabo, the J. When it was in the Shardio, Mazunia Lentil, the Buyor. Do True Yulu, the Yokola. Young Gumbe go to Sanzachin the Doju Shever. Yeji, Lu de Neremado, Ejen de Guntia, Shitashirayon, Pena, 체진 주부 예지 제바 매바 주부 예지스 체진 주부 제바 매바 주부 예지스 해야지 너무 공대도 심디 쉬고 되고요 말 심디 요mer 요리 많이 아버지 또 내그래 대 넘버 또 베베 냠지 용그래 요리 뭐라 많이 아버지 요리지 내버도 또 요말 많이 아버지 저리 뭐지라 내버디게 제지 밖에 아버지 제지 시장에 되지 대 공용도 내버 쇼리 저리로 리른로
So the
알리 동부 도마 공배 고디 도마 남도 시라 이제 심 루데고 요레스 문네버디 뉴지레 요마레스 마네버 저링그레스
So the when you start this meditation, then there are one has to know there are 5 faults that one needs to put aside, and then one has to develop 8 antidotes, and then 9 stages and 6 powers, and all these things that one has to know. And then at the beginning, that when you start this meditation, then first that you have the sense of being disturbed by the different conceptions which are arising, and there's very little time in which that one is able to fix properly on object.
You
have the feeling that the ability to remain fixed, and so that somehow interrupts the longer period of time in which one is not fixed on object. So what happens is that gradually this ability to remain fixed on object then will become sort of equal amount to the one that one is being disturbed by the different conceptions. So this two then becomes equal to one another, and at that point that one develops one particular mental factor. So then gradually this the time that one is able to remain fixed on object then becomes longer, and the disturbances, the time in which one keeps sort of having the problems, the disturbances, then becomes shorter, and at that time another mental factor, which is the non-different, sort of a non-different mental factor, arises. Then this sort of thing will be continued until one actually attains the pliancy, the mental and the physical pliancy. So that is the mental factor called one-pointed mental factor. But on the other hand, that we should learn the 5 faults and 8 antidotes that one has to employ. So first then we should learn the 5 faults. So the first one is the laziness. And then the second one is the forgetfulness of the object. And then the mental thinking and excitement. And then the overuse of the antidote, and then inability to make use of the antidotes. So Iswani says that usually that the laziness is the one of the worst factors, because that puts off everything, that one doesn't actually come to the practice, one puts off all of this practice for a later stage.
So
the actual antidote to laziness is the effort, that one needs to make effort. It's only said the antidote to laziness is the effort. And this effort is fully dependent on the kind of aspiration to develop samadhi. So then through this aspiration, then it induces the effort that we make. And the cause of the aspiration is the faith. If one does not have faith, then there's no way to have this aspiration.
Yaza juche, neche, nebache, songche, neba tsunduche, nen dobache, dobe ju debache. Ta tsundu song de yongya, de de dingen zendru yongru ba juma, shenjang ji yongru, shenjang ge debache, debu dire. Ne dang, tela neba dang, ne dang, tela neba dang, ju dang debu nye to us, ne ten deba, neba tsundu, ju deba, debu shenjang ji yongru. Ne dang, tela neba dang, ju dang debu nye to us. So then what happens is, actually when you make the use of the effort, then this will produce finally the samadhi, the meditative stabilization, and that will induce the physical and the mental pliancy. Miba jeba jire, lel tan danga na jedan danga jesu du, pecha la jaba jendro to mare, miba jiro, miba singu yudu shondro, miba sebu majuaje, gongo le miba landro atire, miba jeba chigri.
So with that, the first fault, the laziness is complete. So the second one is the forgetfulness of the object, and this forgetfulness doesn't refer to the text that one has learned by heart. It doesn't mean to forget this sort of things, but rather to lose the object of meditation. And then the third one is the thinking and the mental excitement are counted as one fault.
So the
fact that when the different agitations should arise in one state of mind, like the mental sinking and mental excitement, if one doesn't use the different antidotes at that right moment, then again it is a fault of not being able to apply the antidote. So the next one is that when one's meditation sort of then is going on smoothly, without any excitement and mental scattering, and at that point, if one keeps on using the mental alertness, then that will induce again mental excitement. So that is another fault.
dire she sarimba ta mi ba jebe ni ba de ni bu de la be mi na me je be tremba dire zo dire ta trembe tori zongo ya dire.
That was the just a brief sort of count or the naming of those 5 faults. So now the actual antidote which will be used to eradicate the second fault, which is the forgetfulness of the object, that is the use of the mindfulness. And then this mental alertness should be able to recognize instantly as soon as the mental scattering and the mental sinking arises in one state of mind. And then the next one is that as soon as that this alertness, mental alertness, then recognizes those arising of the mental agitations, then one has to make use of the antidote to eradicate them from one state of mind. And the next one is that when one doesn't have any the mental sinking or mental excitement arising in one state of mind, then in that way that one should sort of remain fixed on the object of meditation and maintaining one's samadhi, one's power of the meditative stabilization.
So
that was just a rough presentation of the 5 faults and 8 antidotes to achieve calm abiding of the mind. So the one who actually engages in this kind of practice then should have the proper the ethical discipline. So either the person happens to be a fully ordained monk or a novice or a practitioner of Tantra or a lay person, so at least that one has to maintain the 10 virtuous actions. And if one does that, then naturally that one has less activities, less involvement, and so less involvement then will then have less distraction of the mind. So that is then more suitable for this meditation. So the reason is that the fully ordained monk is actually have less involvement with respect to doing like business or having to work on the field like that, but the situation of the monks today is different than from before. So therefore, because of the external because of the less external involvement, so there's only one involvement, which is to keep, which is to find out the disturbing conceptions which keep arising in one state of mind.
pecha mamu shenge shija yunde chimuko.
Also, that another favorable condition could be is that one must have studied to a great extent, and also that one must have gone through a lot of contemplations and having learned many texts.
Tuba de la kunde niji nasha tu sheba. Kowa denko donge, kowa ridu ki donge nyolu, kowa no kolu, dende yala juni ne senbe kowe nasha di shenba. Kowa le tawe taba tolu, je teba sunga we jancho de drelu, salangu ponto go yu nezu, kunde ni shenba. Labra to ya tinge ze golu go danga di shenba. Ta kei chishu, shene gondang we donda rute, kane yin odi shenba, zo chia diri.
That the person must be well informed of all the situations with respect to existence and also to the liberation, and knowing all the situations of the 6 realms of life, and then the 12 links of interdependent origination, and the liberation and the 3 vehicles, and as well as the great advantages of developing this meditative civilization. So all these details must be precisely learned.
Samde maside tebe tönde la sanglo ton ye yugo nyo yoke. Samjung gucheni be kangalo be sanjung sude to jiba ge to gure. Sanjung ta demba.
So that person must already have the meditations or wisdom arisen from having done contemplations of what he has learned.
Ani tege gongja gure sa tu sang goso rimbe ndo gure tu chune sando da sande gumbala ne rodo jurse ne gunja chusa lebares tuba men gunya yo mari gumba men samba men tuba men sanju yo mari samba men gunju yo maris.
So that the person then must have gone through these proper stages, that first having done the proper studies or hearing on the subject, and then having done contemplations of what he has learned, then finally during the meditation. So each one depending on the other. So if one doesn't if one is not able to do meditations, then there's no way to achieve the meditative civilization.
Jizo jamba ngumbu dina dambu tula tende chujin yila cheba jung. Chujin yila cheba lene yanda tu yu yishin jungs tusan kusu rinbe rugure sungare. Tuba me la samme masamba la gumba me. Nime nin nenjur meji nenjur chela ngoru mes. Oda so even Buddha Maitreya had said that one needs to proceed in these 3 different stages, and first that one is to do a lot of hearing, study, and after that one has to engage in the contemplations, and finally that one goes to enter into the meditation. And according to Sakya, he said that the person who does meditate without doing any studies or hearing, then it is like a person without hand, then make an attempt to climb a rocky mountain. That's tandu shunchu shi siyarabu da sazoma da trozoma siyarabu nenju deyo yuje den siyarabu da nire sinyi den cho mishi dan do shenchen la mayi nongus ta shine gombe kodu nirel den gongju yomare sanje ge shine gong sa pongwa be khomba zine dene ma mede sa khomba che dima khomba che yige sha ge gote dan de goni khato ma den so pege de ke phage mi ta de su phata ta de no kuichi jiga sa tongza tingye zile nyogo yore goi tegar go doba me jago osu kasi nga she ima patan tingba jago chelam jenji jabar me jago me drati tingye jiga tsema drat to yonshin sanlo te kogu yore cheza me chugi drati wata mengi drati chugi drati me mabu yarumaru kelo wolo ridagi drati chachi ugi drati tende yama tu sachi kogu yore. So the one has to find also the suitable places
good places, and also the ones around one, the good assistant, the sort of suitable people be around, and then the places like Rinpoche already explained last time, that according to Buddha, that there should be special places to be built, like little houses, little cells or the huts for meditation, and the doors should not be sort of face each other, otherwise then it disturb. Each one could disturb the other in the meditation. Also, that the place that one should not hear the sounds being produced by waterfalls, or it's be close to the road where a lot of people pass through. So these sort of things would disturb one's meditation. So the possibility that one can hear the different sounds of the different animals passing by one's house, and like the car or the train, if any of this kind of sound would hear, then instantly it could induce a rising of certain disturbances, like excitement, and so that is like a thorn for developing the proper meditative civilization.
Sim namdo le simbasa, simle namdo mumbo meke. Pacho sulen dobo tsumuda dewachi shinle dobo da leka mambo ke sanlo meke, tongmogo ke, simde kago simbo. So one's mind should be free of conceptions of different involvements, like that one having to pay something to somebody else, or having to get something from somebody else. So these sort of things could disturb very greatly one's meditation. So it is not for someone who has is not fully does not have any contentment and many desires. So these sort of conditions will not be suitable for this meditation. So if one is really skillful in sort of in removing the agitations like excitement and lethargy and so forth, and one is skillful enough in this meditation, one can achieve within 6 months of time. So if one combines this practice or exercise of calm abiding of the mind with the meditation of the generation stage, with 4 sessions a day, then in that way one can achieve the stability of meditation within about a year. So if that is the case, then one will be quite ready to practice mahamudra with respect to the tantra in about 3 years' time. Shento jambo chito ni yela chetan che shi chas. Shenjong jiya ge daru do gombe chengi luji nengen le ta sinji nengen le di shibori.
So actually this power of the mind, which is the both luminous and knowing, then in order to achieve calm abiding of the mind, one needs prior to that to obtain the mental and physical pliancy. And indications that one receives for that prior to achieving that mental pliancy is the abandoning of this unserviceability of the physical body and of the mind.
Nengele sambe date la karinda bichiwa ina leba jiba nyamba chi yungo na tambo paru ji leba jigo sabru chi yungo na tina mende be ya dome ge jibu chi ya memori te yone ne nengele sandu ko du de chi bu chi yo lule de chi yo lule de chi wa yin sa simle de chi yo lu shenjang thoma chi yo.
So, an indication that one can get prior to achieving this mental pliancy is some kind of feeling, some kind of tingling that one can feel within the brain, something like weight has all of a sudden come into the brain, and then this will finally be transformed into great bliss. And then, in this way, that first one achieves the physical pliancy, followed by mental pliancy. So that's one achieves the two type of bliss of the pliancy, the physical and the mental pliancy. And it has been said that at the time, for the first time that one generates this physical and the mental pliancy, it is not yet actual calm abiding of the mind. So in some smaller texts it was said that at the point of achieving this physical and mental pliancy, then it is a kind of distraction of the mind, and one feels being sort of lifted up in the space. And as soon as that this feeling sort of dies down, then it's the actual time that one has achieved the calm abiding of the mind. But in the major text we find that as soon as that one achieves the mental pliancy, physical and mental pliancy, one has already achieved the calm abiding of the mind. So you could see that through achieving the calm abiding of the mind, then one can generate, on the basis of that, one can generate the special insight. And so through that one can achieve the stage of superior. And either if one happens to be a follower of the Sarvaka or the Pratik Buddha path, one achieves the state of an arhat. And if one is the follower of the Bodhisattva path, then one achieves the superior stage of Bodhisattva, and one achieves the liberation, one achieves even the Buddha. And so thus you see the calm abiding of the mind is the source of many great qualities that one can achieve on the basis of that, such as the power of the clairvoyance, and the power of the great miracles, and the 37 harmonious factors or elements of enlightenment. And one can achieve the great realizations and great abandonings, and one can achieve all the great qualities of Buddha's bodhisattva mind.
Shine Toro Chen Zuru Den Cho Do San Chan Yu Ma Re. Shine To Nagal Pin Chogre Sangre Ti Lansan Pesa Ragu Ma Re. Nagal Pin Nagal Kulo Ne Konjume Sajun Me Pesha Ne Me Kanji Ore. Cha Jiu Ganga Piri De Ore. Tana Ke Yo Ma Re.
So Rinpoche said that one shouldn't have in the mind that through achieving this calm abiding in the mind that one will be able to fly in the space like birds, and that's not anything fantastic about being able to lift oneself in the space. Even those little birds are flying all around, and one cannot achieve anything great just being able to lift up oneself in the space.
So
and then after having achieved the mental questions, the samatha or the calm abiding of the mind, then how to introduce oneself to the mind. That is the point.
다른 돌로 지금은 심지 주니 생기된 게 도반이 통과래. 생기된 게 주니 통과 제발라. 배 생동세 배 동시세와 배 등에게 세리디 요래디 되는 생기도 동네 통과 요마래. 동네 통과 요마데 이내 배 생기베 주니 동어송다고 배 하기 통용와 인스제. 대배 내 인생 원송 주매 매일 대주매 배 강한 샤워 심는 샤워든 진주매 네 상지 빠르정 수때베 매명아이 선입된 선배 모신 강가로 그때 쓰기요래 심상제 임바데 통화이 심상제 임바이 다된 뭐네 레디오 말이 레디 이네디 마랑 속에 심게 니레 건조건 거 주리 신 건조베 내로디 셴바레만 신더다바라지 마루베 수다나 이제네 파세 수제리 생기 주니 통요 말이 생기 주니에 통화를 다 이제네 뭐죠 다 선인들 지시에 도나네 선이 너니 그래서
잠깐만요.
선이 자가 이미 현다
선
네 선이 그래
잠깐만요.
쇼게시 쳐봐
네.
선이 쇼게시 주요 있는 주주시 셔주 자르모 마산을 로자 쇼다 되리
So it's only said that here that what is to be understood is the emptiness with respect to one's mind, and that is to through this the luminous non-fact of the mind, then one comes to understand finally the true nature of the emptiness. But that what one understands then cannot simply be described through words. It cannot be shown to the others. And because that one comes to first understand the conventional nature of one's mind, and then gradually this will lead one to actual realization of the state of mind. No.
생활이 야부 저거리 나도 돈이를 줘봐지면 나도 돈은 대바치미 줘란 줘 토송어리 대마도 신의 장기다 개요 말이 되네 그 마도는 가면 연대 신부 종콩도 지그리 레디 대성공의 신의 토게 아유 요즘 말이 고주면도
So it's only said after one has achieved the calm abiding of the mind, then one achieves the special insight. And then this is going to happen that when one has arrived at the stage called the heat of the preparation part. But today that one doesn't hear anybody in reality having achieved the calm abiding of the mind. One doesn't hear such things.
더 신에게 거서 신세리게 못 통화데 생각 돈이 통화 말이지 생각 건조를 내로 통화래 다 텐데지도 차샤 야 다 그게져서 주시는 거 말이야
no 어떤 가서 내가 거마서 근데 저거데
신내데 다비 셰사리
no
생게 모세리 세신베 제네와 당세 통야 신내 등에서 통야 되라 심지 공족의 내로도 통하래 다음에 내로도 신고야레스.
So when you achieve the calm abiding of the mind, then there is these factors within your mind, which is about clarity and luminosity. But at that point, you have only seen the conventional nature of the mind, and the ultimate nature of the mind still remains to be developed.
공조 덴바스야 데 돈이야 마이미 추 강가리. 단단 덴바스야 돈바니를 쓰그리. 공조 통 신기 공조가 내로 통하리 공조 덴바 통하마리. 공조 덴바 셴나 돈이 호다 셴고리. 돈이 마도 바도 공조 덴바 임바 하고 마리. 공조 덴바 소나 손에는 내수 좀 임바데 셴고자. 양콜이 체요. 다 오마나게 나야트야 보 셴나 시라 체요 임바르다 오마르베 나란수베 chörenan dundumya chundu pechatadu chörenan talan gangi deza chisan dire ma jungje ta yazele ni chisan de pechatani ma talome ta misrola chimbar ma doje pechang araso uma juba da siseni re jungchimu lurugu risu jure telen dreba jeru shige lesheni boyore ta na je la rin chimbel hatun kordi yore 사시 지신 요리 조베 지신 고머를 세요리 너네 연락이 벤 따치 지드레 마무요 딜레터 로진이야 고요르데 다토고요 말이 이네 모노자 사데 사르다 다 저런솔로 춘조 속에 신의 공무대발에 다 카이 야분데 돈이지도 신의 도로 쳤는데 시자리 아 신의 마토나니 공조 요캔가 공부되는 주문 나사치지요다 공조 쇼는 주요 가부 So
this one says there are a lot of the differences that one needs to study precisely. So when you through these understand the conventional nature of the mind, then but still you haven't understood yet the true nature of the conventional truth. So these two are different. Conventional nature and conventional truth are different, and so all of these details could be learned through many different texts. That what one actually studies in the monasteries is, one says, given a long list of texts with respect to Madhyamika and so forth, and so one can study all of those by the text by Nagarjuna and then Jerumbuchi and so forth. Many commentaries on the subject of Madhyamika, the middle way, but then this needs a long time to study all of those. But then if you meditate correctly, there's no danger. But if you would make certain mistakes in the meditation, then that could cause serious problems, like with one's life wind and so forth. And then once it develops this kind of problem, it's very difficult to correct.
Dāgī chīnyē sābē gyōngē Chāmbari chīsāng bōsāndu Tēmbē nyīmbō rindō sē chī Shō sājī pējī sūshī Rārā līshī Sājī shīntō mītī Idāng gōrō rīnā mēndō